So this video might be a little long. It's not really so much of a rant, but a reflection, I guess you could say. So I always like when I do Uber and picking up couples, see how they interact with each other, right? I read a book a few years ago that talks about, or an article, whatever. I read something that talks about how a lot of relationships fail because people don't chase each other, right? You get into that comfort zone, and then you stop caring, you stop trying to impress each other, you stop trying to turn each other on, for lack of a better term, right? So people, and it's this thing that, I just feel comfortable around you, and we've already, I've already married him. Why do I need to impress him anymore? Because you want to keep them interested, you want them to still find you attractive and be attracted to you, right? So that's why a lot of relationships fail, because you get to that comfort zone and you stop caring, you stop trying to impress each other, you stop chasing each other, and then somebody loses interest, right? So a few nights ago I picked up a couple, and you can tell they're like all into each other, right? They're like so much in love, and these motherfuckers had kids. You can tell they've been married for a while. I think one of the oldest kids was in their teens already, so that's a long time, over 10 years, and you're still, the fire is still alive, I guess you could say, which I thought was really cool, because you see some couples, they get in the car, one's on one side, one's on the other side, they're on their phones the whole time, or some people don't even talk to each other. I'm just like, how do you do that? You're around each other, but you don't even you almost don't even acknowledge each other. You're just like, oh shit, you're still here. Because they'll literally sit in the car and not communicate the entire time, right? They're not even talking to each other. So when I see couples that are talking to each other the whole time, being kind, respectful to each other, affectionate, pet names and all that, I think it's really cool. So the flip side, and I know I've made a couple of comments or a couple of videos, a few videos about some of the bad couples, right? So I picked up a couple at the Pearl, which is, really, really nice. And picked up this couple after 3 o'clock. So they've had time to sober up, right? They've had plenty of time to sober up. Well, at least an hour and a half to sober up. Just a side note, TABC says 1 hour for every drink. So every shot, every beer, every glass of wine, normal glass of wine, takes 1 hour to get out of your system. So if you've been drinking a lot, heavily, all night, it takes you a long time to sober up. It takes a long time for that stuff to get out of your system, especially if you've been drinking a lot, doing shots, mixing stuff, and 9 times out of 10, that's why you get hungover, is because you're dehydrated, right? So anyway, picked up this couple that was way after 3, and first of all, I was really turned off by the guy, because he's just like, it's like, speak up, dude, you're a fucking man. Talk like you're a man. Not some idiot. He's like, thank you for what? I can't even hear him. He's like, what the fuck are you saying? Thank you for bringing this up, bro. So anyway, at first, she's all over him. Oh, thank you so much. I had a really nice time. I had so much fun with you. And he's just right there, like practically asleep the whole time. Yeah, good, right? And then they start talking. And then all of a sudden they start arguing. I don't even know what they were arguing about, but she gets upset, right? Apparently she got offended by something that he did. And then his comment upset her even more. But I'll tell you how the story goes first, and then I'll tell you what I think. So, apparently, he did and said something that offended her, so she was upset, right? But he's like, I don't care. He pretty much had this I don't care attitude, right? He's just like, whatever. And she got mad and said something, raised her voice, and I can't even breathe with you raising your voice on me like that. Who talks like that? Who says stupid things like that? And then he says, why don't you wait till we get home and you can yell at me all you want? Not in front of the Uber. She says, I think you like being yelled at. So she's upset, starts crying, right? He's still over there on his side. Whatever. Bitch is gonna cry, right? She'll get over it. So, doesn't even care. Blah, 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 whatever. Go to drop them off. He just gets off the car. And to me, that's a sign of how much you care about your partner as a man, how much you care about your woman, and how much respect you have for her. If you open the door, getting in and out of the car, right? I love the rich white guys because they will open the door for their chicks, right? Their woman, their wife, their date, whatever. They will open the door. And sometimes they even, get in through the same side, right? So you get in, then I get in. Sometimes they'll open the door, she gets in, then he goes around and gets in. Not everybody does that. Not everybody does that. So he just gets off the car, right? He just gets off the car, whatever. Hey, you ain't coming or what? Leaves his phone in the car, right? And I'm yelling out the windows like somebody left their phone. She comes back and gets the phone. He's just standing by the sidewalk like, oh, yeah, where you going? What are you doing? So, this is my own personal biased opinion. And I might have said this on other videos before, but you can't really expect somebody to change, right? You can hope that they change. Hey, I don't like it when you call me a fat ass. Please stop doing that. If they stop, they stop. If they don't, the ball is in your court. The book that I read says, you don't give them an ultimatum, you just tell them the consequences, right? If you don't stop calling me a fat ass, I'm going to A, B, C, or D, right? Something's gonna happen and you're gonna have to suffer the consequences, right? But the book says that you can't just cry wolf all the time, and a lot of people do that. If you don't stop, I'm gonna leave. If you don't stop, I'm gonna leave. And guess what? You never leave. That's why the behavior never changes. That's why the person never changes, because you don't follow through. So I'm thinking to myself, obviously this guy is a jerk because he always treats you like this. So why do you put up with it? I still don't understand. I cannot fathom, right? The saying is, there's plenty of fish in the sea, right? I don't understand. If there's so many fish out there, why you settle on the one that's gonna treat you like crap? Oh, it's because he's got money. He doesn't always treat me this well. He's got a nice car. So your self-respect means nothing, right? Because you allow yourself to be treated by another person the way you're allowing yourself to be treated. So I still don't understand, and I probably never will, how someone could allow somebody else to treat them the way they do, and they stay. That's what I don't understand. You stay. It's like, do you really, really, really believe that that's the only person in the entire world that would date you, marry you, whatever with you? I mean, WTF. Maybe I should have taken relationship psychology so I could understand why people act the way they do.